Hello, happy hump day, hump day,
Yes.
hump day. I'm another year older now.
Oh my goodness.
We're both the same age, so.
Yes, we are. The only way that I remember my age is because I just add 30 years to my child's age. 'Cause I had him 5 days after my birthday.
I think about how old my husband is, and I subtract 6. Because we're 6 years apart.
Nick and I are 5 years apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many years are your parents apart?
1.
Oh, okay.
So my mom was born in 51 and my dad was born in 52.
My parents were 13 years apart. My sister and her husband, I think, are 11 or 12 years apart.
Wow.
But
Love knows no bounds, man.
that's true. That's true. And what is age? It's just a number,
It is.
right?
I want to feel amazing at 70.
Yeah.
I want to be rocking
70
it.
is young. I wanna be
Exactly.
like 80 and rock. My dad's 86 and rocking it.
I know.
I mean, we've had some teeth issues, but he's taking care of that. But he's still driving, still taking care of himself, So, hey, his working out every day is helping him stay healthy.
I love it.
So, all right, we are going to talk about castor oil packs today. We are very excited. We have partnered with Queen of Thrones. You've probably seen both of us, if you follow us on Instagram, talk briefly about this and the benefits. So we want to do a full podcast on it. And we have a special gift for you. We have a link in the show notes that if you do decide you want to add this into your routine, you are going to get a free lymphatic drainage dry brush. And we're going to talk a little bit about the benefits of that, as well as the castor oil packs. This is really cool because they have all different packs. So they have them for your liver, your thyroid. They even have some like facial packs, and they have a whole bunch of different stuff. But it can be very, very helpful in just supporting your body to detoxify. So that's what we're going to give you guys the rundown of today. And I think we're going to have the queen herself on the podcast very soon.
Yes, I'm very excited about that. She knows so much about castor oil. And castor oil is a very, it's been around for centuries. It's a very, very old school that has been known for the health benefits. It's not talked about very much. I think they're starting to get a little bit more popular.
We've known about them for probably 3 or 4 years.
Yes.
I never incorporated it into my routine, primarily because I didn't want the mess of it. But I appreciate the pack that they have. You were pregnant, for a long time. And then for me, I'm always like, I want to learn about it before I actually incorporate it. And then with the recent testing that we got done, I was like, oh, this will be a great way for me to add in some support, for my liver and just detoxification without different supplements or protocols that I just didn't want.
And this is something that the other nice thing about castor oil packs is they are very gentle in use. So there are obviously within our practice, we recommend a lot of supplements to clients for different various reasons. Not everyone responds great to supplements, guys. It's just the reality of it. Castor oil packs are very, very gentle. The only reason that someone might have a little bit of a response to it is because it helps support detoxification. And when you detoxify the body, there's sometimes some symptoms that come along with it. And usually it's because they have implemented the castor oil pack too aggressively, worn it overnight for the first use versus maybe wearing it for an hour or two. I will say I wore it overnight for the first time, but whatever. I felt fine afterwards.
So I did the first night, I wore it overnight. And the second night, so you can also use castor oil packs for fertility. So it was around ovulation. I just put it in the center then, over your ovary area. And I want to tell you guys, something was moving in there. It was just felt a little bit crampy. And I was like, oh, this is really interesting. So who knows, maybe something was happening, but they're very, very safe. Just before, we start this and give you all the benefits, the only people that should not be using these are those that are already pregnant, but you can use them for fertility. You can also use them for thyroid health, for liver health. There's a lot of different, ways and benefits to use this. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah. So how does it work? How does putting this castor oil on a little pack, and it kind of looks like a heating pad, and you put the castor oil on one side and then you tie it around your waist. Depending on where you're using it for, you'll put it in slightly different locations. If you're using it for your liver, it's kind of right underneath the right rib cage. Fertility obviously would be over the ovaries. There are time to think of the sleep masks. Sleep masks basically you can use as well. But first, it is mechanical in method. So with the compression of the pack placed over the liver, slightly covering, like I mentioned, that lower under the free rib cage, in combination with the movement of your breathing muscles, it actually serves to kind of act like a pump for your lymphatic system. So this encourages lymphatic drainage. The lymphatic system is incredible. Like, I actually listened to an entire podcast the other day on just the lymphatic system. It's essentially like the highway of your blood. And so it acts as a very fast source of circulating blood through the body. And in turn, guys, moving toxins, moving, things that resources to a different cells. Like, we want our lymphatic system draining. If it is not, you can definitely end up with a lot of liver burden. You can end up with a lot of like fatigue, feeling tired, like brain fog. You want it draining because that's part of the detoxification process.
Water retention too, pitting.
Yep, edema. Some things that you can also do, rebounding. So like rebounding is a big thing, biking, moving the legs a lot, jumping rope, stuff like that. Massages, lymphatic massages are great. And the thing about the lymph system is it's very surface level. So it's literally right underneath your skin. You don't need like a deep tissue massage, even though those are great too. You don't need like a deep tissue massage to get to the lymphatic system. You can literally just massage, and for females especially, believe it or not, massaging the breast tissue and like that area to get lymphatic system flowing in that area. Since, breast cancer, all of those things on the rise, sadly. There's a lot that you can do, and it's very easy. You can get, like we mentioned, the dry brush is free with the purchase this month through the 16th, I believe.
17th.
Yep.
Friday.
And so that is, there's tutorials online that you can follow. I actually have a dry brush. I had to watch a tutorial because I was like, what am I doing? You do it before you shower. That's the best time to do it, before you get in the warm water and help everything move around.
Yeah. I was telling Becca, I used to do dry brushing a lot a couple of years ago. And I definitely noticed a difference. I definitely noticed a difference in terms of my legs and cellulite. I had a friend of mine who asked me to kind of be like a guinea pig for her when she was doing lymphatic massages. And it was, you came a couple times a week and whatever. And there was a lot that changed in terms of just, the look of the cellulite on the skin, but just very simple. If you guys look up, YouTube videos on how to dry brush properly, there's a ton of information out there. You can also massage like your clavicle if you want to just feel this now. So massage your clavicle. You can also massage right behind your ears at the base of your skull, just gently, rubbing 2 fingers back there. You will start to salivate in your mouth. I'm doing this on camera if you're watching, and already having to swallow. So you want to keep your lymph system, open. And so that is something, that is very, very important. So this is also neurological. So when you place the castor oil pack on specific, areas, this activates some somatic visceral reflexes, triggering the activity of internal detox and cleansing organs, again, such as your liver, your kidney, your gut, your gallbladder, and more. And it's a combination of both mechanical and neurological, because the way that the Queen of Thrones castor oil pack stimulates the skin receptors, which stimulate, again, the natural oxytocin feedback loop, activating our vagus nerve and shifting the body into a rest and digest state, which is where detoxification is optimized. So when we think about, the best time to do this, it is, when you're getting ready to go to bed, wind down. It's part of like, the nighttime routine now. Some people, do wear it at different times of the day, depending upon what you're going for here, right? But it has been also found to be very beneficial for people who struggle with chronic constipation. And so that is something, that I think this would be really good for people to test and see. But even for people with endometriosis, I have a few clients right now that have endometriosis, very painful periods and migraines and headaches that I've recommended. You need to get this pack. And they have several different varieties. You can actually, look on their website and see, but they've got a hormonal pack that talks about seed cycling. There's an e-guide. There's all kinds of stuff, which is really great because, a lot of these symptoms are related to inflammation. And so the penetration of the castor oil into the tissues not only stimulates your lymph system and the drainage of your lymphatic system, but it also reduces inflammation via our Peyer's patches. So if you're dealing with RA, rheumatoid arthritis, any of those types of things, I think this is definitely something that would be beneficial for you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen it help with hormonal imbalances too, stress and anxiety. For me personally, and I've only been using it for about a week, so I can't fully confirm but this is really the only thing I've changed in my environment. I'm starting to get more REM sleep. So I'm starting to dream more and have more vivid dreams. I'm feeling more rested. And I will admit, even the past couple of nights that I have not had enough sleep because I was solo with the kids while Nick was out of town for work. And I was waking up early to work and staying up late to work and stuff, not getting as much sleep as I normally would. I still did not feel super, super tired during the day. So I am getting better sleep with it on. I have noticed my digestion be a little bit more regular than it already was. So just some personal experiences. And then the only thing that people, it's possible, like we said, but not normal to have like some die-off symptoms of utilizing the castor oil pack. So like more than your normal constipation or feeling a little bit more tired, exhausted. I actually noticed the one thing that I did, I messaged Liz and I was like, I'm a little bit more itchy than normally I'm never itchy. I was noticing my head was feeling a little bit more itchy and like my body just felt a little bit more itchy, which is a sign of a detoxification can be happening. Our skin, like we've talked about, is a major detoxification organ, and a lot of times we'll manifest detoxifying things through our skin, like acne, rosacea, eczema. And I was itchy. And so I was like, I think that I'm actually detoxing a little bit with this thing because I'm feeling it. So those are actually only the two, like, of many common detox symptoms. Headaches are one, skin issues, like I mentioned. But you can sometimes experience a little bit of this with this pack, but it's very, very uncommon. And if you do, we usually just say like, if it's not horrible, just scale back the usage of it a little bit to, a couple hours before bedtime, or like when you're sitting around watching TV or something versus, completely overnight.
Yeah. And I think it also is going to depend upon the person and what they're dealing with, right? If we are looking at you detoxifying parasites or bacteria or pathogens, you can have a lot of nasty symptoms. You can feel nauseous. You can have a kind of a headache, feel, again, a bit more fatigued, joints aching, right? Because you're releasing a lot of these toxins, more bloating, gas, skin rashes, or sinus problems, things like that. And so what we would say is make sure, number one, that you're drinking a lot of water. Make sure you're sweating as much as you can. Use that dry brush. Get your lymph system moving. We want to get this stuff out. The longer that it recirculates in the body, the worse things can become. And so, we have a handful of clients that they've not reacted well in terms of gut protocols. We have to go very, very slow with them because the bugs get angry, right? It's like, this is my warm, cozy home. What are you doing? And by the way, parasites, when we look at that, they can live in a variety of places in the body, not just the GI tract. So if they're in the liver, you may notice that you're feeling a little bit more pulsating or, again, reaction because now you're attacking, the liver in terms of you want it to detoxify and move these things through your body. And so just know that. I think that, there's a lot of things that you can do. Epsom salt baths are also great. There's a ton of information that, the Queen of Thrones has on their website. And, I would definitely recommend it for anybody, especially around your cycle. There's a few practitioners that we follow. We've had Dr. Haley Schaff on our podcast before. They talk about this because, coming off of birth control for some people, things can get real rough for a period of time. Thankfully, I have not had that reaction. I've been off birth control for about 9 months now. Some people get really bad cramps. And I have talked on this podcast before in other episodes what my periods were like as a teenager and why I was recommended to go on hormonal birth control. Those cramps I had were so debilitating. I mean, I would lay on the floor, heat packs, Motrin, Advil, anything I could do, Midol, putting my feet up on the bed. I mean, they're awful. And so this can also be used with heat. If you want to use it for your cycle, for cramps and things like that, you can use it with heat. But, I think there's no downsides to this in terms of, benefits for just supporting your body's detoxification pathways and reducing inflammation because, guys, as we've talked about ad nauseum, we are constantly exposed to things that are bogging down our liver.
Yeah, this is something I actually made a post on the other day because I was like, when the people that say like, you don't need to do a detox because your liver detoxes for you. Like, yes, your liver should detox for you, but there's a problem when you're exposed to hundreds of toxins every day. You're eating processed carbohydrates chronically. You're stressed out of your mind. I see the people with the worst liver function usually are the ones that are chronically stressed, have like that go, go, go type personality, that type A personality. They're the ones that struggle the most with this stuff. And so another awesome thing about the castor oil, like we talked about the lymphatic drainage and how it supports the lymphatic system. If people don't really like comprehend what maybe that is per se, you know how celebrities go and get like those massages and wraps before events to like lose a bunch of weight? Mm-hmm. Lymphatic massages do that. That is what a lymphatic massage is like, you know, famous for in the celebrity realm, is they go and, you know, before their red carpet event, go and get a lymphatic massage, because a lot of people can basically detox and pee out excess water and inflammation and all of that, because it gets the blood system moving better. And so I've noticed too, after I wear it at night, I actually feel a little bit leaner in the morning. Like I feel, you know, like my stomach is a little bit leaner. You know, not that I really care that much about that. I'm happy with where I am. But that's something that I've noticed. If you're like super just concerned about the physical aspect of it, helping the lymphatic system helps you release inflammation.
Yeah. And one thing that we've heard from many clients is that your bowels are fuller when they do go to the bathroom, you know, in the morning, that they are more, they're just emptying, you know, larger stools. And I think that goes to the fact that you're reducing inflammation in the gut. You know, you are basically reducing inflammation throughout the body, and things are flowing and moving the way that they should. And so it allows your colon to relax, to move things through and eliminate that waste the way that it should. You know, and I think that if you are somebody who's like, well, I don't know, I'm very skeptical about this. We get it. I think you should do your own research on it for sure. But other thing that I would just add here in terms of the lymph system is it's almost like your nose being really stuffy, right? If your lymph system is clogged, you can't get a good breath. Your body can't function the way that it should. And, you know, even for me, when I was doing a lot of those lymph massages, I did notice that I basically had no sinus issues. Like mucus was totally gone. Things were moving, body's clearing. That's the big thing here is
maybe that's what my sore throat has been.
Think about, yeah, it absolutely can be. So think about your castor oil packs as supportive to clearing. That would be the one word that I would pair with castor oil is clearance. You're allowing things to move through better, eliminate, excrete, get out of the body, and clear them out, things out.
I've been having this weird symptom that honestly, the last like week, ever since I started using the castor oil pack, I wake up with a sore throat and it's gone by the end of the day. It's been very strange, but now it makes sense. Mm-hmm. You know, guys, just experiment with things. Just go crazy. Just try different things. Who knows what'll work? But seriously, this is a really cool tool that is very safe to use. Make sure that when you do, we love Queen of the Thrones, obviously. That's, you know, why we partnered with the company. But if you are getting castor oil, make sure it's in a glass bottle as well. You want to avoid toxicity levels and BPA with plastics. So make sure that it is a legitimate castor oil, because they need to come in a glass bottle. There's a reason for that. So make sure you're getting it sourced properly.
Yeah. So we'll drop some links in the show notes for you if you want to take advantage of this. You can get the pack at a discount already with our link, but then you're also going to get the free dry brush if you order in the next 4 days. So I believe you were correct. I was wrong earlier. It's the 13th. So this is airing the day after. It's the 13th through the 16th. So you need to order this by Friday. Once a month, we'll have some sort of 4-day promotional, you know, item with the castor oil pack, but this month is the lymphatic drainage, the dry brush, because that is so important. And I think, you know, even just outside of doing castor oil packs, many people can benefit from doing dry brushing and lymphatic drainage, because again, it's just one more thing to help your body clean it out.